Hi everyone, welcome. We're going to talk about interval notation. First thing I want to focus on is in interval notation, you're using either parentheses or brackets. And when you see a bracket, that means that the endpoint is included. So if I'm writing -3, 5, that means that I'm going from -3 all the way up to 5. So -3 is included and 5 is also included. In rounded parentheses, the endpoint is not included. So for 1, 4, that means that 1 and 4 are not included. I'm talking about greater than 1 but less than 4. On a number line, what that looks like, go up to a number line here. Let's say I'm talking about the included here on a number line of less than or equal to. That means if I was to use the brackets, I would be going from -3 up to +5, which is also, if I wanted to use the dots, -3 it's a closed circle and 5 is a closed circle. From 1 to 4, that would be parentheses. And if I wanted to use the open and closed circles, this would be an open circle at 1 to an open circle at 4, meeting in the middle. Anytime that you have a closed circle, you're either talking about less than or equal to or greater than or equal to with brackets. And then if you have an open circle, you're talking about less than, greater than with parentheses. And one thing to note is that infinity never has brackets. Infinity is always used with parentheses. So for instance, negative infinity to positive infinity, because infinity is an idea, it's not an actual number, it's getting larger and larger without bound. Moving on down to the problem with the mileage. So here we're talking about the cost for driving 0 to miles is in the first row. We are dealing with, you're going to charge for any distance less than or equal to 2 miles, so less than or equal to 2 miles, and greater than 0 miles. So you're not going to charge for not going anywhere, okay? That is what's represented here, and it's a price of $5. But then you're told that you're going to charge $1.50 each additional half mile. From each box down, you're going to be adding a half mile. And for each charge, you're going to be adding $1.50. For each half mile, that means I'm going from 2 up to 2.5. I'm going to add $1.50. And then from 2.5 up to 3, I'm going to add $1.50. And so on, 3 up to 3.5, all the way down until I get to 7. Okay? But notice I don't have any interval notation here. If I have included 2 already in one bracket, I cannot include it in the next interval. So it cannot be included here. I can't do bracket bracket because that means it's $5, but it's also $6.50 to go 2 miles. It doesn't make sense. You can only do one or the other. We then go, remember it's going an additional 50, half a mile, including that half mile. That means that every right-hand side of this interval is going to be a bracket, and every left-hand side is going to be a parenthesis. Every 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, and so on, it's going to be included in that first level, not included in the second one. Finally, on this number 9, we have broken up the entire number line into 5 intervals. I'm going from negative infinity to negative 3.52, from negative 3.52 to 1.6, from negative 1.6 to 2.15, 2.15 to 5.8, and 5.8 to positive infinity. And then you're asked to say which interval are each of these numbers then. 3.2 is in D because it's positive and it falls between 2 and 5. Negative 3.52, if you notice, there's negative 3.52 here and here, but one includes it and one doesn't. Remember that the parenthesis never includes, but the bracket does. Okay, let's go to 1.6 here. Negative 1.6 is here and here. Which one includes it? Parentheses doesn't, bracket does. Negative 3.58, well, that's not in there because it is less than negative 3.52. It would be in this interval, so that would be an A. Negative 3.51 would be in this one. Okay, hope that clears things up for you.